A few years ago, I read about a guy who decided to make a toaster from scratch. He spent a lot of time learning the skills he needed, then he mined the ore, smelted the metal, mixed up the plastic, and manufactured the required electrical components. The finished product melted after the first use, but he achieved his goal. He made toast, once. That got me thinking about how dependent we as a civilization have become on technology and processes we don't understand and can't as individuals reproduce. We're only one good electromagnetic pulse away from the Stone Age. That thought doesn't keep me up at night, but it's cause for a reflection from time to time. When I was a kid, we were a tad less dependent. We didn't throw things away, we fixed them, or rather we had them fixed. Repair shops were everywhere, and repairmen even made house calls. Some still do, but the nearest ones to me are an hour away, and they charge a premium for the distance, too. Also, it usually takes a while to get an appointment. My parents had the same TV, the same lawnmower, refrigerator, washer, dryer, and the same automobile for years and years, all of them repaired successfully multiple times. Manufacturers tried innovation for a while, making products better and more efficient to lure customers to trade in their old model for a new, improved one, but they soon realized it was far easier and more lucrative to simply make shoddy products designed to fail that can't be repaired and must be replaced. Another trick, the folks who make phones love this one. It's coming out with a new model each year that has a different charging port and headphone jack, so you have to buy new accessories too. My grandfather was immune to this charade. He was a man who plowed his fields with mules, grew and raised his own food, and traded what he grew and raised for the things he needed that he couldn't produce himself. He owned an anvil and a last, and he made his own repairs. He was self-sufficient, and his was the last generation who could say that. That said, I wouldn't want to change places with him. I'm too civilized and soft. I would never trade in my creature comforts for his level of security. This was brought home to me recently when my car battery started to die. Now, I spent years nursing a series of rolling wrecks along because I couldn't afford a newer car. I got pretty good at diagnosing trouble and replacing components, but as my income improved and I started driving newer models, my ability to maintain them disappeared. I already knew by trial and error on a previous car, if one just replaces the battery, the anti-theft mechanism will lock you out of your car's stereo, and you'll have to produce a product key, which you no longer have, to make it function again. You can get the key from the dealer, but they'll charge you enough any savings you might have realized from that discount battery you installed will be wiped out. So I caved and took it to the dealer and paid the premium price for a replacement battery plus labor. Likewise, when my desktop computer started to falter, I spent 2 days on the phone with various Microsoft folks in foreign countries who were very nice but totally unable to resolve my problem. Though it vexed me greatly, I threw up my hands and asked my wife to order me a laptop. It was delivered in short order, and since all my creative stuff is stored in the cloud, I didn't miss a beat. Now my desktop sits forlornly in the corner. Eventually, it will migrate to the basement to join 2 of its predecessors, 5 or 6 defunct phones, and the video camera with the obsolete technology I'll get around to recycling one of these days.